Hello, yeah, good evening all and welcome to the training. I can see you're already popping. So let's not waste time. Let's start it. Oh my god. I might have issues with your guys training today because this part is not working. It should not be a nightmare. Okay. Spending millions. Sorry, let's just chill a bit so that everybody will be here. So while we are trying not to actually create an hype, I think we are underselling this training. So I need to let you guys know what this training is all about. I was actually trying to be conservative, but the way I see other guys pushing less valued course, you understand, and people are getting job. I will tell you our process once more now. When we finish training you, we hand you over to a company called Van Hack. They'll be the one actually um, preparing you for the HR thing. So why we are very conservative is because of the training we take. Cybersecurity is actually a very conservative profession when it comes to noise making. We are not noise making people because we've seen ads of your journey. Your journey from where you start is the day you start eating a 6-digit value in dollars. That is what this training is geared to. So prepare your mind for it. This is going to take you 2 years to get there. It's going to take you 3 years to get there, but you've been given everything you need from this simulator training, including the packaging to actually get there. So I think before we start, Mrs. Temitope, just to address your that particular code you are writing, I think you picked it up from one of my screen. It is not part of what you it's a different thing entirely. So you can just erase that 122 to 133. Just erase them. It will not work because you have to import. You have to import all those stuff. You have to import IP. You have to import socket. You understand? You have to import, and you've not been taught how to import libraries. So I don't know. Ekene was trying to answer you, but maybe you did not spot it. So it's a script on its own, but you are putting it in. So you first thing you do is you import those libraries. That's a port scanner, and you do not even define what should happen when you understand. So we've not gotten there. Don't rush. Take it easy. It's a life. It's a long term journey. So learn the build from the scratch. So you understand? I think I've actually addressed what is a script on its own. Just delete from 122 to 133 first. So when you're writing the script, you write it differently. So let's not waste time. Okay. I'm sure it will have a lot of errors because the script is not defined from the scratch. So when I'm showing you scripts I've written, this Python course has about 7 projects. It will blow your mind. Why I decided to structure it this way, because I've been getting calls from our foreign partners. Because one thing you guys need to know that the other foreign partners don't do boot camp. Because we got a call from tech guys because we're advertising very big on LinkedIn currently. We got some calls from tech guys who come into call. Now, you are fortunate to actually take this training because it's actually a price dive for our partners who are actually operating in South Africa, who are operating in Singapore, who are operating in Malaysia. So they don't have that privileged. They are not doing boot camp. They are doing dedicated training. And the fact that we're actually advertising big is like a market clash. So, but we've told them straight that it's just a boot camp and it's not going to last forever. We'll just have a particular figure to hit. So please take this training serious, because the hypes we are seeing is less valuable and people are getting very wonderful jobs. I was listening to a business analyst training today, and people are getting very, very good jobs, and the training is not as concentrated as this. So give it your best shot. That's just my own. Can it give it your best shot? Because we have every framework to actually give you that dream job you need. So you can take your time to listen to what they do in Vanak. I will share so mostly for those who are looking at relocating to Canada, that's actually their route. But we will advise you to do remote for like 2 years, so that when you get there, it's easy for you to actually work there. Sorry, it's coming up. So we'll be looking at, last time we stopped at, so this today we'll finish everything that has to do with, my plan today is that we'll finish everything that has to do with functions and parameter. We look at tuples, we look at some lists, we look at importing. That is what you have not done. Then look at some advanced strings before we now move into writing scripts. Before you now take your basic sorry. So change directly. I believe we are, so if you can hear me, just say you can hear me. Just type yes. Okay, that's good. So as you can see, I am sure it's all making sense to you. So Mrs. Temitope, as you can see, that script is not here. It's not within this particular stuff. It's a script on its own. So you will write it. You will write more complex one. So just take it one step after the other, because it's very hard when you build on a very poor foundation. So whatever you've built on it will come crumbling down. So especially when it comes to programming, you must understand what you're doing currently. So I will just beg, please, you people to just give me 1 minute. I just need to use the restroom. I've been passing through. I was trying to actually clear out a transaction. I don't know, the banks, Nigerian banks can be very terrible. Just 1 minute, please. Okay. Sorry, you're trying to post something before we move forward. Yeah, it's because you did not define, it has not been defined. So that particular script is wrong. Please pull it out. You understand? You are supposed to, it's not, it's pull it out immediately, please. So we are moving to, we're looking at just a recap because some people are complaining that we actually are moving very fast. We started with writing basic strings. We all know now that strings are always in what? A quotation. You always carry quotation. Now, we looked at math operation. We look at variables and method. We look at defining functions. We've looked at defining functions. We spent some time looking at parameters. There was some time looking at multiple parameters. That is I think that's where we stopped. We look at look at relational and Boolean operator. I think where we stopped last week was conditionals. The last class was conditional statement. Conditional statement. So this is a technical statement. So I think we should just write one more. We should just write one more. Then before we move to the other stuff, I think we can write one script today. Okay. Define. So let's look at what we write. Let's try to look at something creatively. Define career success. Experience. Comma. Experience and quality platform. We'll just put it QP so that we don't QP. So if, or so that we don't make this so long, if EX, we put it EX and QP. If EX is greater than or equal to 70, and QP is greater than equal to 80, return you can earn per annum. Else, if EX is greater than or equal to 50, and QP, quality platform, is greater than equal to 80. Please learn to play around with it. Return. Please, are you guys with me? Return. It's not a bad start. A bad start for so you can else if experience. And QP. Return. It's not a bad start for 40K per annum. You can earn 100K per annum. So career success. So return. You will struggle. With technical growth. Else. Else. Return. You do not have experience. The requisite experience and exposure to quality tools. SciSec tools. So I think I will stop here. You guys can actually print out what you want to print out. So let's say that I've done the first part. Now you print whatever you want to print. You print whatever you want to print. I think there should be a colon here. So I'll screenshot it now. Print whatever you want to print. Look at different. Sorry, this need to come back here. So now print what you think you want to print. That shows you are following. You do not have the representative experience and exposure to quality SciSec tools. It's not the first time this is happening. Yeah, delete it. Delete it, please. That script will not run in that place. Just delete it from that 122 to that place. Delete it. So you can actually add this to what you've written. Mrs. Temitope, delete from 122 to 130. I think it's 133 I'm seeing here. So delete from 122 to 133. So please, you Can you show my can you show your screen again? From 122 to 133. That's what I said. Delete that. Can you screenshot? When you delete it, sorry, when you delete it, you save it, please. Delete and save. Delete and click save, please. Delete and click save. So delete and click save. But this is a different error. This is a different error from the former one. So let's see what it's saying. There's no 120 now. Yeah, you have not finished that line 119. Can you complete complete the double bracket, complete the double bracket? Then let's see what is a 120. You're not showing us what is a 120. Can you scroll down to 120? Let's see what is in 120. Scroll, let's see it. So please, Hall, you can actually write this and actually print out whatever you want to print out. So it shows us that you understand what you are trying to do. So write this and print out what you want to print out. Can you scroll down a bit? Let's see what it's saying. Fire. Show us the other part of the script. Okay. All right, that's fine. So I expect us to write this, then print out what you want to print out yourself. You should be able to. I will write. Instead, I will start. You print out different conditions you want to print out of experience and quality platform. So I believe we all know how to do that. Then the first thing we need to do, you now write your own. After then, you now write one stuff yourself. Choose any, define any function, and actually give a multiple parameter. Give the if condition, then print it out. If you can't do it here, you do it while you are before you come on Saturday. So that I've not seen anybody respond to this. So all you need to do is what you come here, print open bracket career underscore success, career success. $75. 85. Okay, let's just look at these three conditions. You save, play. Nobody has actually replied though. I wonder why change. Okay, Python. We've actually done that. Okay. There's a problem at else. So we come back and actually look into that. 179. Okay, so that's it. It has returned. So um okay. So I really want you guys to follow now. Mrs. Grace, we are looking at, we gave this particular function different parameters. Now, if experience is greater than 70, quality platform is greater than 80, return you can earn $100K per annum. Now, if experience is greater than or equal to 50 and quality platform is greater than 80, it's not a bad start for 40K per annum. Now, if experience is greater than 50 and quality platform is less than 80, you will struggle with technical growth. Else, return you don't have the requisite experience and exposure to quality cybersecurity tools. Now, you can choose in between this and just vary experience and quality platform. We have defined the range here. So you can just choose anything at random to look at what it will print out. Do you get it? So I chose 7585. I chose 7040. 7040 falls into this. Then I chose 6040. So we can look at 2040. So that is how you just look at different scenario, different cases. That's why I don't want to actually assume you've understood it. We'll take a lot of examples so that it can stick. Sorry, I actually had to bring out the script again. I've saved you. Can close. Also Python. So you see, it has changed. You don't have requisite experience and exposure to quality SciSec tools. So if you bring up the script again, so if we alter it, or I should move to a new script now because it's becoming, or we should move to a new script. Let me move to a new script. Let me just save this so that it can be clearer. Let me copy this. So we have so we start. So we have it fresh here. So it's defined. So we have it fresh here. It's more, it's easier for you to see. I guess you are following. So this is the format script. So it's new here. So we define the function with multiple parameters. One of the parameters is what? Experience. The other one is what? Quality platform. Now, if experience is greater than 70 and quality platform is greater than 80, now you understand? Both has to be true. You understand? For it to actually pick this, you return now. In the first instance, experience is 75, greater than this quality platform. So it will give you, you can earn. The second one, experience is greater than 70, but quality platform, it will give you, you will struggle with what? Technical growth, because quality platform is less than here. Now, experience else. So now, if all experience, the worst you can have is where it's 50 and above. But once it's 20, it will return else. So Mrs. Grace, I don't know if I'm answering your question. It will return else. So as you check the first one, experience, the last bar is 50 and above. So once you get 20, it will return else. When it's 50, well, if we change it to 50, it will take, you will struggle with technical growth. Let's save this. Let's come here, chmod 777. So you see, that's just it. It will change. That's it. So I will bring up the script one more time so that we'll write another one after this. So you can play around this. While the next one I will write, I will not define, I will not print it out. So you can print out as much as whatsoever you want to write. Now let's look at something else while you are trying to put your hands on this. So we spend more time. So you can define IP address. Sorry. Okay. I don't want to make it. Okay. Let's. What do I do? Something define. Sorry. 1 minute. Let me see what you guys are doing. Can you show me what you did there? Can you show me your Mr. Solomon? Can you show me your this thing? Let me pause a bit. Can you show me your this thing? Your bat script, sorry, your Python script. Yeah, the else, Mr. Solomon, the else to actually be move the else so that all this particular stuff they should be in a straight line. The if, the else if, the else if, and the else, let them all be in a straight line first. That's one thing I can spot that you shouldn't have a problem with that part. You understand? Now let all the return be on a straight line too. Are you getting it? We have talked about it. Sorry, let me just screenshot mine. They should all be on a straight line. Then this one too should be on the straight line. If not, you have a problem. So do that first. Let's see. I think have you definitely, yeah, the print statement needs an extra bracket. Yes, that yeah, the print statement needs an extra bracket. But I just feel you should attend to those ones first. Okay, add extra brackets to those print statements. That's the first thing. I think those ones are properly, yeah. So add extra brackets. I hope you understand why we are adding extra brackets. There is one bracket here. Sorry, let me just. This one bracket. This another bracket. So you have to add another one at the back. So okay, you that means you fixed it. Oh, sorry, please. I need to change my date immediately. So, other guys, I'm here to see what you is Bola on here and the rest of them, Mr. Ayelero and the rest of them. Please, I need to know if you guys are following because anything outside this, we might be having problem moving forward. So that it's not like you are cramming it. Let's take one more example. I was trying to take IP range. Now we look at port. Let's look at what you'll be using consistently. Okay, that's fine. We look at port, then we look at IP address. So if port must we use operators? Okay, if port so let's just use terms is equals to 80 and IP address, IP address, an IP address. No, it's not making sense. Let's do something else. Mm. Certification. Certification. Okay, let's look at two parameter labs. Labs. A lab certification. Oh. Scenario learning. Scenario learning. Labs. Okay, let's do scenario learning. Scenario learning, labs, labs and labs and config level. So I think we can use this tool. So we can call this lab efficiency. Lab efficiency, then config your config level. If lab efficiency is greater than equal to 70, and config level we need you guys need to actually work with your network, because as you can see, the content of the training is actually getting deeper. I don't know if you have noticed it. I'm the one just trying to slow down. Ordinarily, you should be writing some projects by now. The content of the training is actually getting deeper, and if you are not understanding what you are doing, you're actually not doing yourself good. If you want to just rely. So you can look at two other cases. Now, if your lab efficiency level is greater than 70 and your configuration level is greater than what? 80, then you are becoming what? A SciSec guru. So lab efficiency. Okay, all right, that's fine. So I think, why don't you guys pick this up from here, complete it? That shows you now. Okay, let me. I'll finish this one. Then you write one for yourself. Now, when we look at when it is less than 70. The case when it is less than 70, lab efficiency is less than 70, and config level. Your configuration level is greater than or equal to 80. You return you must be, looks like you are not following properly. You need to spend more time on the labs. So let's look at another else if condition. lab efficiency. Is less than. And config level. So definitely the person is not taking lectures serious. You are not practicing. Else, return you are not serious. With lectures. So you can print out different conditions. So I expect you guys to print out different conditions for yourself now. So we're looking at scenario learning. Your lab efficiency and your configuration level. There are two parameters we are looking at. If lab efficiency is greater than 70 and your configuration level is greater than 80, you are becoming a SciSec guru. Now, if lab efficiency is less than 70 and your configuration level is greater than 80, looks like you need to spend more time on the labs. Now, if your lab efficiency is less than 70 and your configuration level is less than 70, say return you are not practicing. Else, return you are not serious with lecture. So you can print different. So I'll just do one. You can look at different scenarios yourself. So you can populate as much as 5 to 6 cases. So it's supposed to be this thing here. I think it's looking okay. So if we save. Choose back, most recent last. Okay, I think there are some errors in it. Oh. So it's supposed to be labs efficiency. Labs efficiency. I was what was defined labs efficiency. I think that's all. So that's it. That was the only So I guess you guys can build your own from there. So this is the second one. So let's spend more time here so that we are not just rushing and running. Let's spend more time. So you can add more scenarios to yourself. So after now, we move on with the lectures for today. Okay. So I don't know if I've shared this. Okay, I've shared it. So while I'm waiting for, we'll actually try to revisit list one more time to refresh our memory on list. Then we look at movies. We look at tuples. I'm waiting for you guys to get back to me. There is silence. Hello, better. So Okay, that's fine. So the rest, please, Mrs. Tokwe, Mrs. Grace, and the rest of them, please, can you share your screen? Can you share what you have been doing?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Your name?
Yeah, please, Adeleke. It's Adeleke.
Okay, okay.
Please, I noticed that the my S is not coming up. Like, in what parameter will this my X like in my own particular S here? I'm
When you
having
say X, what do you mean? Is it experience?
no S in this um in this script because I said unless if the return, my last lesson, you are not practicing. By S, return, you are absolutely unserious. But I've noticed like this, like two previous scripts I've been writing, it doesn't bring out my result is not covering this X.
Okay, okay. Else. Now, from what you've written, are you the one? Are you the one who wrote this one that I'm looking at?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
now for it to trigger else, your
Okay,
lab efficiency has to be lower than 50. Now, all you have there is that lab efficiency is greater or equal to 70. Now,
okay.
lab efficiency is less than or equal to 70. Now the condition why if you now put 40 there, it will take else. So you can try it.
Less than 40.
Now, if you put 40, print scenario learning, you put 40, you see it will bring out your absolutely on serious immediately. So you should understand your range very well. Now, because if lab efficiency is lower than the way you set your conditions might not, okay, set 40, 40, let's see. Set 40, 50, let's see. It should actually give you absolutely on serious. So please, for every other person, I don't know if we are actually you are following us. Sorry, let me put off this stuff. Still same. Okay, now can we look at your screen one more time? The way you set your parameters are actually you have them modeled up. I was looking at it. Now, so that please, I was listening. Now, when lab efficiency is greater than 70, configuration is greater than 70, then now when lab efficiency is greater than 70 and configuration level is less than 80, you understand? So that you set it now when lab efficiency is actually greater than 70 and configuration level, when lab efficiency is equals to what 70 and lab configuration level is less than 70. Now, when I else, you are absolutely unserious. So reset your parameter. It's the way you those operators you put. Now, the first else if make it lab efficiency is greater or equal to 70, while that one configuration level should be less than 80. Now, while lab efficiency is actually choose a standard so that it can actually give you the result, so that you use it as they call it yardstick. Now, while lab efficiency is actually equals to 70 and configuration level is actually less than 80, you are not practicing. Are you getting it? Now, when lab efficient else return, so if you do like it, it will pick absolutely unserious. Mr. Solomon, I don't know if you actually understand, you get me. It's the way you set your parameter. Now, because the first one, lab efficiency is less than or equal to 70. So if you pick 40, that is there. So when you change that, you change the third one to greater than, or the third one, the second else should be equals to 70. Let me do it here so that you see it on mine. So let me reconfigure mine so that you get it now. So sure. So the operator does not take equals to. So let's look at an operator to use. It does not take. Then for a parameter like this, we cannot be repeating. Okay, we can just let's look at just greater than. I'm trying to save it, but it's not saving now. So I think that solves that part. So Mr. Solomon, it's about the parameter, how you set the margins. So as you can see, it has picked it. So you need to actually set it in a way where you understand what the parameters is for you to vary. So once you set it, it gives you the result you want. So should we take one more example, or we revise list and tuples and we move to? Okay, I'm sharing it now. Sorry. Mrs. Temitope, are you still there with us? I've not seen your screen since, so but you are the one who first bamboozles us with screen.
Hello, sir. Adeleke calling back. Um, Now I see that we set in parameter that is not part of the parameter that we've used for the S to come out.
I guess you all can hear and see my screen now. So what I was trying to explain to you is that the way you set the parameter, that is what now depending, not we're not just setting any parameter, we are trying to be logical. For you to actually be good, your lab efficiency has to be above 70. So anything below 70, you are not serious with lectures. Now config level has to be what? Above 80. Now 70 is the benchmark. Anything below 70 at lab efficiency, you are not serious. You are not practicing. So that's why we left it at equal, greater than 70, greater than equal to. Now look, I hope you're seeing it. So ordinarily, so it should just have one else if. Can I see your back your Python script, Mrs. Grace? Okay. Okay, all right, that's fine. She's actually, so can you do something like what she did? Write your own and actually do something shows that you understand it. Can we all do something like what Mrs. Grace did? Then after that, we can now move to tuples and lists. So you can start that. Let me give you the next 15 minutes or 10 minutes to do something like that. So oh, sorry. While I leave you guys to come up with something, I think we should move on to what we're supposed to start doing today. I think what we've done this before, we'll just actually look at it. Let's briefly look at lists. So I'm looking at movies. Let's just quickly look at lists. I'm looking at movies equals open bracket Netflix. The Exorcist. So all these things we actually type in their what? They are all strings. So I think we've done this before. Print. I think we should print this one out first. Let's see what it looks like before we add more. So I think the next thing you do is create a list of your own. So I think there are some line 42. Let me remove this append first. Let me see what it's saying. Okay. So 0 takes the first one. So 0.3 prints the first three. That means it prints the first three. Minus 1 takes the last one. Then that other comma is the length of the movie. So append is actually supposed to change what is in, replace that command append is supposed to actually change. So let me just share. So let's just reverse so you can create a list and play around that. So when you see 0, it takes the first 0 column 3 picks the first 3, y minus 1 takes the last one. That length is actually the length of the list. So these are simple stuff compared to what we have done. So I think what I want to do is, let me see this movies.append. So after typing movies.append, let me see what's giving us that challenge. Movies.append. Why are we having problem? Okay, let's check movies. There's something that is actually not working there for the tree. Movies dot pop. Print movies.
Hmm.
Okay, I think I'm having problems with this part. I don't know why it's not coming up. But I wanted to show you how you change variables there by using append and pop. I'm wondering why it's giving issues. So what we're supposed to take after now is actually looping. I will treat that and actually we'll revisit it in the next class. We're supposed to take looping. So I will not spend much time here because we are all used to this. I equals 1. So let's look at while I is less than 10. So it's more like what you've taken in your it's more like what you've taken in your hashtag on this so that treats it like. So let's just look at that briefly. Remove all this. I think that's the syntax that was missing. Sorry, it's putting a continuous infinite loop. Control C. Okay, I think it's splitting a continuous infinite loop. So print I. To have I something like plus equals to 1. If I equals to so clear. Yeah, I know that there'll be a mistake, unexpected incident. So I think we should remove that. Print high. For I less than 10, while I is less than 10. Print high. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. This Mr. Solomon, I hope you are not Adeleke from the Adeleke we used to be, we all know. Are you the Adeleke we all know? The Adeleke of Osun State. Okay, that's a nice one. So can this one you are using Sinubu on Oshoshiba and just so. So can we see something else, please? So but I don't want to close this today. I'm trying to just so while you're actually looking, so I want to just cover whatever important. Import text type. Import type. There is an error with this particular script. Print high, keyboard interrupt. Supposed to be okay. Let me remove it first. Let's see what this gives. Rotate loops the next time we come details. Okay, that's it. So I think the next time we come, we look at loop in details. Let me leave out the loop while we finish every other thing. So I think the last part I want to show you outside loop, we've taken conditional statements. Not equal to. Okay, for not equal to Mr. Jesu Kwemi, you do something like this. Oh, sorry, Mr. Ejike. Length is length. Length. Length means length. So, Mr. Joshua Pemiwa, this is actually how you write not equals to. I've sent it to you. Length means length. Length. So I was okay. I was trying to actually show you guys importing. So we are looking at this is importing. Now that's why I said Mrs. Temitokwe. That is actually why. Now this part you see importing. We say from so and so import data and print. I don't know. That's for loop, not while loop. We'll take all those things. We'll take all those things for loop. We'll take all those things in the next class. You have taken for loop. I don't want to spend so much time on it. We've taken loop comprehensively at the batch scripting. You understand? I was just trying to look at a simple while loop. We've taken for loop comprehensively. So it's not new to us anymore. But let's expose ourselves to what we don't know. Now, let me close this and come back to a main script so that you can actually now appreciate what we have done so far. Let me clear this. So let me look at gedit port scanner. So this is a simple script. Now, please, can you all look here? Let's start at this. With this, you can actually okay. I'm sharing my screen already. This is a simple script, a port scanner. Now, at least this is where it starts from so that you can actually get a real application of what. So, now if you come here, now import socket. Socket is what you use to actually connect to what? Connects from the port to internet. Now from IPY, these are libraries, import IP. Now you want to define a variable, IP address. Now it inputs what? The target to scan. You understand? IP address. Now in every script that you see that you want to actually what? You have to input some things. You see this at the first place. Now port, we are scanning for port 80. This is the simple port scanner. You print a comprehensive one. Now we define IP address, we define port. Those are the two things we need to scan a port. Now try sock. You can call this anything equals socket the socket. This is what you actually use to connect. Sock the sock net equals to what? These are the libraries you imported. Now print port 80 is open. What it means, try to connect with the IP address or the port. Now, if it connects, print 80, port 80 is open. else print port 80 is closed. Are you getting it? Now, this is what we are limiting the what to actually print out port 80. Now, it will define the, you have to define the IP address. Now, if you come back here, I've written this script, I've run it, and run this script. Clear. Now, we Python 3 port scanner. .py. See, enter target to scan. You understand? Now, in this place, let me Control C. Now, if you want to enter target on this script, you know we did not define your target should be in what form of IP. The website NS lookup. Let's look at www.utiva.io. So you see that the IP address is what? So you can now get, when you run the script one more time, you can now type 192.168.249.2. Port 80 is closed, but port 80 should be open. Are you seeing it? So we are trying to scan for port that is actually open. Now, let's see. Oh, there is a mistake in our typing. It's supposed to be utiva.io. Okay, good. So we have the right IP address. So 172.67.2118.235. Are you seeing? Say port 80 is open. Now, why exactly do we type? What are we trying to achieve by looking at a port that open, port that close? Now, you run script on websites to actually look for what? Vulnerabilities. Now, all those tools you are seeing that you are running, now this is how you learn to develop your own tools. Now, if the port is open, you check for the softwares that are on it now to see what vulnerability you can grab from the banner on the software, and how you can exploit the vulnerabilities. So you can scan through. Now, this is the first script. Are you seeing that port 80 is open now? What is port 80? This is port 80. Once you actually type any website like this, like our company website, in as much as you can actually get this website, that means port 80 is open. So I want you people to actually write this script. I will explain it today so that before you leave here, you've actually written one. What's port scanner directory? You import the libraries. Are you seeing it? You import socket. Socket is used for connecting what? To the internet. Now you import a library from IPY, import IP. Are you getting it? So these are libraries you import. You have not created, why are you running Python 3? Do you have this script already created? You don't have it now. You write the script first. Have you written this script? Have you written the script first? You will wait to write the script. How do you have to write the script? You write the script first. How do you write the script? You come and type what? Gedit portscanner.py. You write a script called gedit portscanner first. You understand? So this is the script. You write the script first. Are you getting it? This is a simple script. So write this script. I don't want you guys to be copying and pasting. That is actually why I'm trying to explain it. Now, try and accept. Try accept. Now, what did we use? You see, this one is different. Yeah, try this, accept this, accept. Now, what we have been using is what? So that is this port scanner script. So you write this script and you run it. So I will explain it again why you are writing. Now, to write a port scanner, you will need to connect to the internet, like you connect remotely. Now, you need to import a library called socket. Now, from IPY, you imported IP. Now, what do we need to declare? Now, we only want to connect to what? Port 80. You understand? So we declared what? IP address is equals to input what? Now, when they input, enter target to scan. So when they input it, you have the IP address and you have the port to scan. You now write what? More like an if statement. Try sock equals what? You can call this and anything. You understand? You can call this and anything. You can call it lock. So this one becomes what? So now the variable is what? IP address and port. So it tries what? It connects and try the IP address and port. Now, if the port is open, except print what? Port is closed. So if it cannot open it, if the port is open, it prints it. Right? It's a simple and straightforward. So the further ones you as we start building it, you now start seeing how we make the script more complicated. So this is simple and straightforward. We're only scanning what? We are scanning port 80. So we're only scanning for what? Port 80. So this is a simple, straightforward port scanner scanning only port 80. As we move to the next complex one. So the project has started. So when you write the project, you now have a port scanner. Ekene, you are trying to say something. IPY is actually a library that actually takes care of the IP address. It reads the IP address. Sorry, let me define it. Yeah, so that you get it here. So it's a library. Let me just get it out here. So IPY is actually the library that is in charge of the IP, your IP address, version 4 IP and version 6 IP. That is actually why that is why we imported it. Now, to the two parameters we are using to connect here is what? IP address and your port address. So I don't know if I've actually answered your question. Now the two parameters we are using to connect is what? Your IP address. So we have to define what we have to import a library that actually enables you to actually connect. So from IPY we imported IP. So does that answer your question, Mr. Ikene? So those are the two libraries. Those are the two simple. It's a simple program we're supposed to write. Okay, I'll expect you guys to write this and get back to me in the next class. So if you, by the time you're coming in the next class, you already have it. This is more like your take-home assignment. So we pick it up from here. We take loop on today's Thursday. On Saturday, we've said that we are not coming back. We're not coming on Monday. So tomorrow we actually look at other tools in Kali Linux. So I think we're bringing the class to an end here. You can take this and actually write this on your own. Okay, thanks. Thanks all for coming around. So Saturday class will be more detailed and interactive. So you can take this one home and write and actually run on your own. So it's more like a take-home assignment. So you actually welcome into the world of creating your own tools. That's what it means. So thanks for coming around, and we see you tomorrow by same time, 7:30.